Well, good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scott Manning coming to you live from Scott Manning YouTube Sports Talk. I want to take a few minutes here. The Heisman Trophy finalists have been announced, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is a very interesting Heisman class, and it's an all-quarterback class this year. For Ohio State, Dwayne Haskins. For Oklahoma, it's going to be Kyler Murray. And for Alabama, it's going to be Tua Tugavoila. Well, folks, this is going to be an interesting Heisman Trophy finalist. A Heisman Trophy show on Saturday night. The Heisman Trophy will be presented on Saturday. But I want to dig in a little bit deeper into the past of these three Heisman finalists. First off, I'm going to start it out with Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins. He has set new records this season that nobody's ever seen before. He has thrown for 4,580 yards this season, 47 touchdown passes. He has thrown for over 4,500 yards this season. Very impressive. And that does include the 499-yard game he had against Northwestern in the Big Ten championship game last Saturday night. 47 touchdown passes. He's broke the Big Ten record for the most passing yards. He broke Drew Brees' 20-year-old passing touchdown record when Drew Brees was at Purdue. And let me tell you something. A lot of people have said Haskins has no business being there. Yes, he does. But guys, I'll tell you right now, he edged out Will Greer of West Virginia and Gardner Minshew of Washington State to get that third and coveted spot for the Heisman Trophy. But I'm going to tell you right now, look at what Dwayne Haskins has done. He set the touchdown record. He's thrown for over 4,500 yards this season. You can't tell me he is worthy of being in the Heisman Trophy class. A lot of people have said next year he'll be gone. He'll go to the NFL. That remains to be seen. All indications point that he will. But let's wait and see on that until after the Rose Bowl. Because you know Urban Meyer is going to want him to stick around because they're going to need him against Washington State. I'm going to address that tomorrow night. But anyway, Dwayne Haskins deserves to be in a position for the Heisman Trophy. Had he not gotten in, you better believe everybody would have been calling for the committee's head. Would have been calling for the Heisman committee's head because Ohio State would not be very happy about it. I think the committee got this correct. Dwayne Haskins being there, well earned. And I'm going to say this though. I'm going to say this too. If Haskins can win the Heisman Trophy, it would be something. Now, for Oklahoma, Kyler Murray. He's had a very impressive season as well. 4,053 yards passing and 40 touchdown passes this season. Look what he did in the Big 12 championship game against Texas. He threw for over 379 yards in that game. Now, Oklahoma has one bad loss to Texas. That hurt him. But I will say this, though. Oklahoma's in the college football playoff. I'll address that tomorrow night as well. But Kyler Murray in contention for the Heisman Trophy, that's a great thing. Because he's really had a great season himself. And I'm going to say this. Look what he's done this season. He's really impressed me. That one bad loss to Texas back on October 6th, but they got the revenge in the rematch. So I'm going to say this now. Murray is an excellent candidate for the Heisman. Now, it's probably going to come down to Kyler Murray and the other guy I want to mention. From Alabama, Tua Tugavoila. He's thrown for over 3,353 yards this season, and he has 37 touchdown passes. Keep in mind, 10 of those touchdown passes were 50 yards or more. So a lot of people are thinking maybe Tua Tugavoila or Kyler Murray for the Heisman. But I'm going to tell you right now, you better think about Dwayne Haskins. Look what he's done. He set a new touchdown record with 47 for the season. He basically has passed for over 4,500 yards this season. On top of that, he spoiled the party for Michigan. He just ran all over the Wolverines like there was no tomorrow. The only downside was against Purdue. If it weren't for that, we'd be talking about Ohio State possibly being in the college football playoff instead of Oklahoma or Georgia. But let me tell you, I will say this. Also, too, think about Haskins. He almost threw for 500 yards in the Big Ten championship game. He won 34-41. Big Ten championship game records. And if you stop and think about the SEC, Tua Tugavoila had to leave the game because of an ankle injury. What's his status for the SEC top? What is his status for the college football playoff? We won't know yet. Kyler Murray, he's had a great season himself. Him and his buddy Hollywood Marquise Brown. But here's my thing. Whoever wins the Heisman Trophy has really earned it this season. Has Dwayne Haskins come out of nowhere to take it away? A lot of people here at Ohio State, and a lot of people are thinking, oh, he'll finish third in the Heisman voting. If you look at what Haskins has done down the stretch, look what Haskins has done. New touchdown record, 4,500 yards passing this season. He knocked Will Greer right out of the Heisman race. He knocked Gardner Minshew of Washington State. He knocked both of those two right out of the Heisman balloting. A lot of people have said it would be Will Greer or Jake Browning going for the Heisman. Not anymore. Tua Tugavoila, Kyler Murray, and Dwayne Haskins are your 3 Heisman Trophy finalists. And let me say this in closing. Good luck to all 3 of them. They've earned it, and may the best person win. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's going to come down to Murray or Tugavoila. You better think about Dwayne Haskins of Ohio State, because he's really impressed me this season. Despite the egg they laid against Purdue 49-20 back in October. But in all fairness, Dwayne Haskins has my vote for the Heisman Trophy. Based on the information and based on the numbers that I've crunched, if I had to pick right now, my vote for the Heisman Trophy is Dwayne Haskins. And that's all I have to say about that. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes with you here this evening. Thank you so much for being with me. And I just want to let you know, tomorrow night, right here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I am going to get you ready for the New Year's Six Bowls. I'm going to get you ready for the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, one of the national semifinal games. Number 2, Clemson. Number 3, Notre Dame. I'm also going to get you ready for the Capital One Orange Bowl between Alabama and Oklahoma. I'm going to be rooting for Alabama because I don't think Oklahoma has a prayer. I'm also going to get you ready for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Number 10, Florida. Number 7, Michigan. I will also get you ready for the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl on New Year's Day. Number 11, LSU. Number 8, UCF. And I'll also get you ready for the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl presented by Northwest Mutual. Number 6, Washington. Number 9, Washington. Number 6, Ohio State. And I'll also get you ready for the last New Year's Day Bowl, the All-State Sugar Bowl. Number 15, Texas. Number 5, Georgia. That is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow night. But I just want to say in closing, good luck to all 3 of the Heisman finalists. And I'm going to say this. If I had a vote in the Heisman Trophy balloting, my vote would go to Dwayne Haskins any day of the week, considering what he has done in the Big Ten this season. Bottom line. And that's all I'm going to say tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Thank you so much for being with me here this evening. You guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for being with me, and God bless.